Hey guys, Dobby back at you with another story. Here's a chilling data center story pieced together from the kind of late night whispers you hear in sysadmin Slack channels, Reddit threads, and old mainframe operator tales, especially those about facilities that built on uneasy ground. This one's called Tape Library Echo. It happened in the early 2000s at a massive windowless data center in the Midwest. Think one of those anonymous concrete bunkers off the interstate. Rows of raised floors humming with legacy IBM mainframes and tape silos that hadn't been touched since the Y2K scare. The place ran 24/7 for a big financial firm, handling transaction logs that could bankrupt half the country if they vanished. Night shift was skeleton crew, one operator in the control room, a security guard doing rounds, and maybe a facilities guy if the HVAC acted up. The tape library was in the sub-basement, cold, dimly lit, rows of 3590 cartridges stacked up like tombstones. Rumor was the building sat on what used to be an old cemetery from the 1800s. During construction in the 80s, crews dug up unmarked graves, bones scattered everywhere. The company hushed it, poured concrete over the lot, and called it good. Most people laughed it off. Superstition in a server farm? Come on. But the graveyard shift guys started noticing things around 3 a.m., that dead hour when the world feels thinnest. First it was the lights, fluorescent tubes in the tape library, flickering in perfect rhythm like Morse code, even though the power was clean and the UPS was rock solid. Then the cold spots, pockets of air so frigid your breath fogged in a 68-degree room. One operator, a vet named Carl who'd been there since the punch card days, was running a batch restore from tape. He mounted the cartridge, hit rewind, and walked back to the console. That's when he heard it. Faint scratching, not mechanical, more like fingernails on plastic, coming from inside a closed tape drive bay 2 aisles over. He froze. The scratching stopped when he looked, started again when he turned away. He chalked it up to static or dust, finished the job and logged out. But the next night, same shift, the scratching was louder and it moved, down the aisle toward him. Carl grabbed a flashlight and went to check. Nothing, but when he swept the beam across the racks, he saw it. One card slightly pulled out, maybe half an inch. Label facing him. Tape was from 1987. A backup set long expired. Handwritten label in faded Sharpie. Deceased accounts. Final. He pushed it back in. The scratching stopped. He laughed nervously, told himself he was losing it, and left. Word spread. A few weeks later, a new night tech, young guy, skeptical, got stuck alone during a power glitch. Generators kicked in fine, but the tape library doors, magnetic locks, popped open on their own. He went down to secure them. Inside, the lights were off except for emergency strips. He flipped the main switches on, nothing. Then the scratching started again, everywhere at once, like dozens of hands clawing from inside the cartridges. He backed toward the door. That's when the whispering kicked in. Low, overlapping voices, no words exactly, but fragments, account numbers, names, dates of death, old voices, tired, insistent, restore us, restore. The tech bolted, slammed the door, and called facilities. By the time anyone got there, lights were back on. Doors locked, no scratches, no whispers, but every single expired tape in that section had been ejected. Just enough to hang out of the slots, labels facing outward like they were waiting to be read. The company blamed a firmware glitch, replaced the drives, but the stories kept coming. Operators swearing they saw figures in the aisles, translucent, suited like 19th century mourners, standing motionless between the racks. One guard quit after seeing a pale hand reach out from a tape slot and touch his arm, ice cold, gone in a blink. They never tore the place down. It's still running, humming away, processing billions of transactions. But on quiet nights, if you're monitoring from a remote console, the tape library feed flickers. Some old-timers say listen close. You might hear the scratching start, or a single voice, soft as static. Restore us, because some data isn't meant to be archived. Some accounts never close, and the dead, they just need a little bandwidth to remind you they're still logging in. Sweet dreams in the server room. Keep the lights on. Thanks for listening, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever floats your boat. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.